usanewsonline.com এর নিয়মিত আয়োজন ইউএসএ নিউজ অনলাইন জার্নালে আপনাদের স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি স্বাগত সেদিন। আজ ইউএসএ নিউজ অনলাইন জার্নালের 452তম পর্ব। এই পর্বটিতে যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে মূলধারায় দক্ষিণ এশীয় ইমিগ্রেন্টদের একমাত্র সংগঠন অ্যালায়েন্স অফ সাউথ এশিয়ান আমেরিকান লেবার ASAAL এর প্রতিষ্ঠাতা ও প্রেসিডেন্ট, নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কাউন্সিল 37 এর নির্বাচিত ট্রেজারার, লোকাল 1407 এর প্রেসিডেন্ট, প্রখ্যাত লেবার ইউনিয়ন লিডার মাফ মিসবাহ উদ্দিন। আপনাকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি।
জি, আসসালামু আলাইকুম শ্রোতা এবং দর্শক মন্ডলী, আপনারা আশা করি সবাই ভালো আছেন এবং এই বিপদের সময়, বিশেষ করে ভাইরাসের সময় আশা করি আপনারা সবাই আপনাদের আত্মীয় স্বজন সবাই ভালো আছেন। আপনাদের সাথে দেখা করতে পেরে আমার ভালো লাগছে। কথা হবে, দেখা হবে, সুন্দর।
ধন্যবাদ মিসবাহ ভাই। দর্শক, আমাদের আজকের অতিথি মাফ মিসবাহ উদ্দিন। তিনি যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে বাঙালিদের মধ্যে এমন একজন মূলধারার নেতা যিনি এখানে নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটির যে সবচেয়ে যে বড় সংগঠনটি বা এখানে এমপ্লয়ীদের, এখানে কর্মচারীদের, এখানে উচ্চ পদস্থ কর্মকর্তাদের, এই সকল সংগঠনের যে ইউনিয়ন রয়েছে, সেই ইউনিয়ন ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কাউন্সিল 37 এর নন হোয়াইটদের মধ্যে এবং এশিয়ানদের মধ্যে তিনি একমাত্র নেতা যিনি একাদশে দীর্ঘদিন এই ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কাউন্সিল 37 এর ট্রেজারার হিসেবে কর্মরত এবং লোকাল 1407-এরও তিনি দীর্ঘদিন যাবৎ প্রেসিডেন্ট হিসেবে দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। এবং তিনি এখানে দক্ষিণ এশীয় 8টি দেশের যে ইমিগ্রেন্টরা রয়েছে তাদের নিয়ে যে বড় একটি সংগঠন রয়েছে, মূলধারা সংগঠন অ্যালায়েন্স অফ সাউথ এশিয়ান আমেরিকান লেবার, এই সংগঠনটি ASAAL তিনি প্রতিষ্ঠা করেছেন। এবং প্রতিষ্ঠা করার পর দেশের যুক্তরাষ্ট্রব্যাপী এবং দেশের বাইরে বাংলাদেশেও এর শাখা করা হয়েছে। এই পর্যন্ত 11টি সাপ্লাই করা হয়েছে এবং সবগুলোই খুব দ্রুততার সাথে খুব অল্প সময়ের মধ্যে বিশ্বব্যাপী তাদের কার্যক্রম ছড়িয়ে দিয়েছে। এবং ASAAL এমন একটি সংগঠন যে সংগঠনটি এখানে মূলধারার অনেক নির্বাচনে ভূমিকা রাখে। এখানকার বিভিন্ন নির্বাচিত প্রতিনিধিরা যারা নির্বাচন করেন, সিটি কাউন্সিল থেকে শুরু করে প্রেসিডেন্সিয়াল নির্বাচন পর্যন্ত তারা এন্ডোর্স করেন এবং বিভিন্নভাবে ভূমিকা রাখেন এই রাজনীতিতে। এবং বাংলাদেশি কমিটির মধ্যেও ওনাদের কার্যক্রম রয়েছে এবং বাংলাদেশে বিভিন্নভাবে যারা এখানকার সংগঠনে বিভিন্নভাবে কার্যক্রম করে তাদেরকেও এই ASAAL সংগঠিত করে তাদেরকে নিয়েই সকল কর্মকাণ্ড পরিচালনা করে বিভিন্ন দেশের যে বিষয়গুলো বললাম। তা আমি প্রথমে মেজো ভাই, আমরা যে বিষয় দিয়ে শুরু করব, আমরা অনেক বিষয় আজকে নিয়ে আসার চেষ্টা করবো। বিশেষ করে করোনা মহামারীর কথা জানেন আপনি যে জায়গাটিতে করোনা মহামারী সবচেয়ে বেশি আক্রান্ত হয়েছে, সে নিউ ইয়র্কে বসবাস করছেন। বিশ্বের সবচেয়ে আক্রান্ত স্থান যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে, সবচেয়ে বেশি করোনা ভাইরাসে মৃত্যুবরণ করেছেন, সবচেয়ে বেশি আক্রান্ত হয়েছেন। এর মধ্যে নিউ ইয়র্কে সবচেয়ে বেশি আক্রান্তের সংখ্যা, যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে মৃত্যুবরণকারীর সংখ্যা এখানে বেশি, আক্রান্তের সংখ্যা বেশি। এই সময়টা আপনারা ASAAL কি করেছেন? আপনি যে দুইটা সংগঠনে আপনি নেতৃত্ব দিচ্ছেন, ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 37 এবং লোকাল 1407, এই বিষয়ে সামান্য আমরা জানবো। এবং বাংলাদেশ কমিউনিটিতে আপনি জানেন যে এবারের নির্বাচন, যে 23শে জুন যে নির্বাচনটি অনুষ্ঠিত হবে, সে প্রাইমারি নির্বাচন, এখানে অনেক বাংলাদেশিরা নির্বাচন করছেন এবং দেশব্যাপী যুক্তরাষ্ট্র অনেক অন্যান্য জায়গা থেকেও প্রাইমারি বিভিন্ন জায়গা হবে, এই অবস্থায় রয়েছে এবং আপনারা এই ভূমিকা রেখেছেন। এই বিষয়টি আমরা জানবো, বাংলাদেশের অবস্থান কি, বাংলাদেশের নির্বাচন আসছে তারা কেমন করছে, কেমন করবে এবং তাদের আসার যে প্রেক্ষাপট, আপনারা যে মূলধারা নিয়ে কাজ করেন সেই মূলধারার জন্য তারা আসছে, তারা কতটুকু তৈরি আছে ইতিমধ্যে, কতটুকু প্রস্তুতি, সেই বিষয়ে আমরা জানবো। এবং সর্বশেষ যে বিষয় দিয়ে আমরা শেষ করবো যে আগামী 3রা নভেম্বর 2020-এর যে প্রেসিডেন্সিয়াল ইলেকশন হবে, সেই ইলেকশনে কি হবে সেই বিষয়ে আমরা জানবো আপনার কাছ থেকে। কারণ আপনি একমাত্র বাংলাদেশের মধ্যে থেকে এমন একজন লিডার যিনি এই জায়গার মধ্যে কেউ ভূমিকা রেখেছেন, আপনি যে ডিএনসির জায়গায় আপনি ডেলিগেট হিসেবে গিয়েছেন, ইত্যাদি কারণে আমরা আপনার কাছ থেকে এই বিষয়ে জানবো। আমি প্রথমে মির্জা ভাই, যদি আপনি শুরু করেন এই করোনা মহামারী এই প্রেক্ষাপট যদি শুরু করেন।
জি, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আবার আমার নাম মাফ মিসবাহ উদ্দিন, আমার নাম দেখতে পাচ্ছেন, মাফ MAF মোহাম্মদ আবুল ফয়েজ মিসবাহ উদ্দিন। আমি 1984-এ আমেরিকাতে এসেছি গ্রাজুয়েট টিচিং অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্টশিপ নিয়ে ইন্ডিয়ানা বল স্টেট ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে। আমি অ্যাকচুয়ারিয়াল সায়েন্সে মাস্টার্স করার পরে নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি থেকে আমাকে ইমিগ্রেশন স্পন্সর করছে তাদের পেনশন ডিপার্টমেন্টের অ্যাকচুয়ালি হিসেবে জয়েন করার পরে। তো সেখান থেকে আমি 12 বছর কাজ করেছি এই দেশে। অ্যাকচুয়ারিদেরও ইউনিয়ন আছে, বিকজ যারা নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটিতে কাজ করে, নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটিতে প্রায় 1300 টাইটেল লোক হায়ার করা হয়। এর ভিতরে আমার যে ইউনিয়ন, যেটা আমি প্রেসিডেন্ট নির্বাচিত হই 2000 সনে, এটা হচ্ছে লোকাল 1407। আমি নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটিতে যারা কর্মরত অ্যাকচুয়ারি, স্ট্যাটিস্টিশিয়ান, accountants, auditors, tax auditors I'm talking about, benefits examiner, business promotion coordinator, all these people, crime analyst, money, you name, around 45 titles I represent, and I became president in 2000 June. তো আমি নির্বাচিত হওয়ার পর থেকে দেশে যারা নির্বাচিত হয় প্রেসিডেন্ট, বিশেষ করে তারা সিটি থেকে রিলিজ হয়ে যায় শুধুমাত্র মেম্বারদের জন্য। সিটির সাথে, স্টেটের সাথে, বিভিন্ন অর্গানাইজেশনের সাথে, বিশেষ করে যারা হায়ার এবং ফায়ার করে আমাদের মেম্বারদের, তাদের সাথে নেগোশিয়েট করার জন্য ফুল টাইম রিলিজ হয়ে যান। তো আমি 2000 জুনের 19 তারিখ থেকে রিলিজ অবস্থায় এখনো আছি। তো 2004-এ আবার আমি 61 ইউনিয়ন নিয়ে গঠিত ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কাউন্সিল 37, এটাতে 1,50,000 মেম্বার, 60,000 রিটায়ারিজ, এদের আমি নির্বাচিত ট্রেজারার হই 2004-এ। তো আমি বর্তমানে আমার 6th টার্ম সার্ভ করতেছি এবং প্রেসিডেন্ট হিসাবে 7th টার্ম সার্ভ করতেছি। তো এনিওয়ে, আমি যখন দেখলাম যে অর্গানাইজড লেবারের মাধ্যমে আপনি যে কোনো একটা দাবি যদি সামনে নিয়ে আসতে পারেন, ইলেক্টেড অফিসিয়ালদের হাতে পৌঁছায় দিতে পারেন, সাপোর্ট সংগ্রহ করতে পারেন, লবি করতে পারেন, তাহলে দেখা যাচ্ছে যে সেই জিনিসটা কার্যকরী ভাবে মানুষ, বিশেষ করে আমাদের মেম্বাররা উপকৃত হচ্ছেন। সেজন্যই আপনারা দেখে থাকবেন এদেশে ইউনিয়ন জবে ভালো স্যালারি আছে, প্রত্যেক বছর ছুটি পাওয়া যাচ্ছে, তারপরে বিভিন্ন বেনিফিট, হেলথ ইন্স্যুরেন্স, ডেন্টাল বেনিফিটস, এডুকেশন বেনিফিট, you name it, everything is there for union people because it is getting through the negotiation and through the legislation. তো সেজন্য আমরা মানে 2000 থেকে আমি চিন্তা করতেছিলাম যে কিভাবে সাউথ এশিয়ানদেরকে অর্গানাইজ করা যায়, এবং এইভাবে চিন্তা করতে করতে 2008-এ আমি ফাইনালি সাউথ এশিয়ান, বিশেষ করে বাংলাদেশ, আফগানিস্তান, বাংলাদেশ, ইন্ডিয়া, পাকিস্তান, নেপাল, ভুটান, শ্রীলঙ্কা ও মালদ্বীপস থেকে যত আমেরিকাতে কার্যরত যত লেবার আছে, যারা এই দেশে, আবার লেবার বলতে একেবারে রাস্তায় যারা কাজ করে ফিস ডালে, আর যারা হোয়াইট হাউসের প্রেসিডেন্ট, এভরিবডি ইজ এ লেবার ইন দিস কান্ট্রি। তো সেই লেবার শব্দটা ব্যবহার করলে আমাদের অনেকেই আতঙ্ক বোধ করে যে মাপ ভাই এই লেবার নাম দিলেন কেন আসালের মধ্যে, এটা তো জয়েন করার পর লেবার হয়ে যায়। আমি বললাম যে না, আমি নিজেও ইনশাল্লাহ এটাতে জড়িত। তো the idea is that our goal is to do the same thing. We are a new community, Bangladeshi, in America, and then of course even India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Afghanistan look never came until 1981 when Russia attacked them. Then they started coming, and the same thing with the Sri Lankan people. There's very few Maldivian are here, some Nepalese are here, Bhutanese there is not much. So that is how it is. I think approximately there are 5.5 million South Asian in the United States of America, and that is what my goal when we started the Alliance of South Asian American Labor. We organized as many as we can. It is not easy because we all work full time. আপনি তো জানেন আমরা আমাদের যারা বিভিন্ন চ্যাপ্টার, আমাদের 13টা চ্যাপ্টার এখন 5টা স্টেটে, আমাদের বাংলাদেশে, মালয়েশিয়াতে এবং সিঙ্গাপুরেও আমাদের চ্যাপ্টার আছে। বিশেষ করে আমেরিকাতে নিউ ইয়র্ক স্টেটে আমাদের 6টা চ্যাপ্টার, 5 বড়তে 5টা চ্যাপ্টার, আপ স্টেট আলবানি ক্যাপিটাল ডিস্ট্রিক্টে একটা চ্যাপ্টার, তারপরে আমাদের চ্যাপ্টার হচ্ছে নিউ জার্সি, পেনসিলভেনিয়া, মিশিগান, জর্জিয়া, and Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland, we have a new chapter there. So this is how they structure. So what do? We help people get involved in American mainstream politics. Because we came in this country, I myself came, it is now 36 years. I don't think I will go back, or even if I go back, I in fact requested my family to send my dead body home, and then my children will never go. So I thought that if we are not organizing our community into the mainstream, if we are not the bridge between our community and the mainstream politics, then they will not know, they will not understand what we are facing, what is our issues, what is our problem, how they can help us. যেমন ধরেন আমরা এই যে নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটিতে ঈদের সময় এখন স্কুল বন্ধ থাকে, এটা কিন্তু আমাদের দাবি থেকে শুরু হয়েছে এখন থেকে অনেক বছর আগে। তো 2008-এ আমি আসাল করার পরে প্রথম আমি টেস্টিফাই করে সিটি হলে অন্যান্য লেবার অর্গানাইজেশনকে নিয়ে সিটি হলে টেস্টিফাই করে এডুকেশন কমিটিতে। আপনারা ছিলেন রবার্ট জ্যাকসন, হি ইজ দ্য অনলি Muslim city council member, now is a senator. He was the chair at that time and is a very good friend of mine last 30 years. So I told him, Robert, help me do this bill, and he brought the bill, and then we had testified, and city council voted in 2008 50-1. But Bloomberg was the mayor, he vetoed and it did not happen. So then when de Blasio ran, this is the one condition we gave him, that please, we are a huge Muslim population. There are 1.1 million school children in New York City alone, of which 10% are Muslim. Over 100,000 are Muslim. And I have 5 children, all of them went to public school. Of course, they now all are college graduate. But in those days, it was difficult whether I will keep them home and they will be marked absent and it will affect their grade, and so on and so forth. It was very difficult. So then finally, when in 2015, this happened, school holiday during the Eid, I think none of my children are there now, but our Muslim population, our Bangladeshi Muslims, our Indian, Pakistani, everybody, everywhere, Middle Eastern, now everybody will get that benefit until the end of time. So I think this is what we do in ASAAL. So now, আপনার একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল শুরুতে, আপনি তো সব কিছু একত্রে ডিফাইন করছেন, তো আমি আপনার প্রথম প্রশ্নটাতে যাই, সেটা হচ্ছে করোনা ভাইরাস। তো করোনা ভাইরাস is an issue we have no idea, even after suffering last from February, March, April, May, June now, still we don't know what is going to happen, only because we have a guy who is the head of this country, who holds the White House. Unfortunately, the guy does not understand the statistics related to this coronavirus. So when it started originally in January, he did nothing. When it is growing, he said it is only 15 cases and very soon it will go away and it will be a miracle. But that miracle did not happen. As you know, today in America, over 119,000 people have died. In New York State alone, over 31,000 people died. In New York City alone, over 17,000 people died. In each of these 5 boroughs, New York City, where most Bangladeshis are living, I am shocked, and I have been talking to the politician from home. Unfortunately, as you can see, I went to work on March 12, Shakos Bhai. That is the last time I shaved. When I came home on March 12 night, so from 13th we closed our union, city closed city, state closed state. So since then I am home. I kept my beard, which I intended a long time ago. So finally, that is there. But what I am saying, during this time, we continue to converse with the politician that I told you when I do each year a convention. You have seen it. Shaukat Bhai, you have been there. You have helped sometime video our event. Over 50 to 60 elected official comes there, just they are sitting to get an opportunity to talk at my conference because they know that we are making a difference. South Asian boats are making the winning difference. Bangladeshi boats are important to them, and we made that important. So with that, now when the coronavirus started, as I gave you the statistics of New York State and New York City, we have been devastated. It has been terrible. Nobody knew what to do. Now, unfortunately, they say that the most people who died are black, African American. Then they say it is Latin. Then they say it is the we call red Indians, Indian, but that is not Indian, the original Americans, indigenous people, we call them in America. So they died the most. What happened? Even if 62 of every 100,000 black died, 36 of every 100,000 indigenous people died, 28 of 100,000 every Latino died. They say that in Asian, only 26 people died every 100,000. But let me tell you, I differ it. I spoke to many elected officials. I said, you know, if you put us as the Asian and then say Bangladeshi, it does not make sense because Bangladeshi people are new. We migrated in this country mostly in the 90s. Our people are still poor. In one household, many people leave because they cannot afford New York City rents. So by doing that, when the virus came, it affected our community, especially in Jamaica, in Jackson Heights, in Woodside, in Church McDonald area, in Ozone Park, in Parkchester, wherever Bangladesh's concentration, it affected us tremendously. It is my belief and the statistics that we gathered during last 3 to 4 months. Anyone infected in our community went to hospital, 50% did not come back. According to their statistics, only 7.9% died in the state of New York, and only 8.2% died in the city of New York among all the infected people. As you know, New York State has over 394,000 infected people. New York City has over 212 infected people. They are now saying that the Brooklyn has the highest death, 7,000, over 7,000, and Queens is the second highest, over 6,000. Bronx is the third highest, over 5,000, and then Manhattan and Staten Island thereafter. I don't care how many thousand they are saying. I believe that we are the fewest people from Bangladesh here. I think Bangladeshi people, especially in Jamaica and in Jackson Heights area, where is the Elmas Hospital, you have heard every day 13, 14 people died. And most of those people are our people. Some people called us from the hospital, they are getting better. But on the following day, we even heard they died. So the question is, our percentage of death in our community, I think comparatively speaking, far higher than anybody. Unfortunately, these statistics will not sustain because they are putting them as black, as Latino, as indigenous, as white, as Asian. We are Asian because we are from Asian subcontinent. I think that they should do also a South Asian. That way we could have gotten our number better. Now, by getting number, the issue is that those who died, we are praying, we prayed for them to go to heaven, and God, Allah is going to take them to heaven because the death they have, it is a very precious death. It is in Bangla we call Shohid. They got the Shohid, you know, we pray for their maghfirat, that's fine. But those who are living, the issue remains how we can help. Shakabai, during this time, when we found that we cannot go out, and also I am 60 plus, so I cannot even go out according to the very definition of the coronavirus restrictions. So, but what we have done, we have created a WhatsApp group from day one, and we started providing information. Now the question is information is enough? Yes, information is the main way you can reach to the benefits for those who survive. Now, in between, whatever the news we got, whatever the people we heard, whatever the people we called, every chapter in all boroughs did everything they could do. Even today, I think 2 weeks ago, Bronx chapter distributed masks and hand gloves and other things. In the Queen chapter, we are doing that. And also, we are now creating a list of people in every chapter, whoever are the victims, something victim of not only coronavirus. We are saying that maybe the main income earner, husband died, unfortunately. Now, wife left with 2, 3, 4 children, or she has no income because she never worked. So these are the people we want to channel them. Coronavirus is an issue, even if America did not define well, but what America did, they gave the stimulus package. You have heard that. When in April they gave the $2 trillion. You have heard that. This $2 trillion means everybody in America should get over $6,000. You should get 6,000. I should get 6,000. I did not get anything. Like our father of the nation, Sheikh Mujib, said that there are 7, Kuti people, 7 Kuti, a Kumbal came, where is my Kumbal? Same thing in America too. What happened, as you know, I have been very punctual about this. America is a rich country. Its GDP is higher than anybody on earth. Whole world, 24% wealth America holds. Even if China is jumping, India is rising, I don't care. America is America. So America gave $2 trillion and another $3 trillion is in the process. By doing that, it is not only done first time the $2 trillion, they sell it to the rich people. Today, top American 1% has higher or more wealth than 50 years ago. So what that means? In other words, you always have rich people, but today's rich are too rich. In other words, the top 4 rich American has more wealth than half of the world population. This is not good. This is not right. But anyway, this is the politics we are in. That is why some of us are Republican, some of us are Democrat, but most of us are Democrat. And Republican does they want to give the tax credit or tax cut to the rich and poor pays. I just give you an example. This is very educational because a bank, American bank last year paid $21 billion less in taxes because of the tax cut, Trump's tax cut. If you remember, $1 trillion tax cut. So bank paid $21 billion less in taxes this year. But at the same time, this year means I'm talking the fiscal year 2019. Same year, they collected $30 billion for overdraft. You know what overdraft? Because when you go to bank, poor people like you and me, and our Bangladeshi people, those who are new immigrant, does not have a lot of money, so they go to the bank. The bank said that you have to have $1,500 in your account, otherwise there is a service charge. So it is very difficult to keep $1,500 in the bank. And to be frank with you, first 15 years in American life, when I was a student, when I started job, I did not have $1,500 in the bank. So I feel the same way for the rest of my community people, those who are suffering. If their suffering was equal like me, when I suffered, when I came in 1984 to 95, I'm talking about, I know them. I know how much they suffer. So the bank collected for you, me, everybody, 20, $30 billion just for not having enough fund. So the tax credit that they gave, the first stimulus they gave, everything for them. In between, some of us in the community are receiving unemployment. Of course, one of my friends, many of my friends, those I know, and we know many of them because we have, I told you, 5 chapters. Everybody talks to everybody. People, they used to make $200, now they are making $700-800 per week, which is good. I have no problem. But the idea is that how long it can continue. The treatment. So far, the coronavirus, only way we will be able to go out. People are already out, I know, but the coronavirus infection is going to grow. More people will die. So one thing this community, our community, my community, Bangladeshi community should learn, should follow. Definitely they know, they saw, they heard, and they feel it because their people die. I think almost everybody in our community has someone, either a very close family or close relatives or distant relatives or friend circle or community or neighbor died that they know. So what I'm saying to our community, even I myself and my family, that we're going to be very cautious. We know we have to go out, but I think we should do everything to protect us, including the mask. And whenever we are touching, we know we'll be touching out there, we should have hand gloves. Brother and sister, this is very cheap. It is not very expensive. I am not talking about buy those 95, what do you call that? Mask 95, you don't need that. Just regular one. If you cannot afford it, anybody in our community, please call us. Please text us. You know, you can find, even if you call Shakat Bhai, I am living in the Bronx. I need ASAAL Bronx chapter people. Shakat Bhai knows them. Shakat Bhai knows Sister Island. Shakat Bhai knows Brooklyn. Shakat Bhai knows Queens. So even if you cannot reach me, because you know my telephone number is last 30 years, same telephone, same cell phone number. I don't change because I know people. I never use now in last 15 years my home phone, but it's still the same phone because I know people. They know this is Maf phone. It should be there. So the goal is this.
Number take
Yeah, sure.
Number
Definitely. I don't know whether you can put on the screen. My cell phone is free, 24 hours. Just you call, and if I am not picking up the phone, I will call you back. You know, good thing about the cell phone, people cannot say, no, I did not get your call because it is there. People cannot say, oh, you did not call me because I called you. It is recorded in my phone. So my number is 917-558-0966. 917-558-0966. And also, yes. G. Okay. Idea is please, you want to say something?
Something means ওই যে এই বিষয়ে যদি এটা বলেন আসলের আর কিছু বলার থাকলে না থাকলে আমরা একটু ইয়েতে যাব ওই যে 23 জুন যে নির্বাচনটি হবে ওই যে 23 জুন 2020 যে নির্বাচন primary যে নির্বাচনটা সেটা নিয়ে
regarding the coronavirus, I have only one thing. Nobody is going to help you. Nobody is going to help us because we are not there yet. We are a new community. We are a growing community. Nobody is there yet to come for our rescue. We have to rescue us. We have to help us. We have to talk to us. If you don't talk, nobody knows. If you see something, say something. It is written in the subway. So my goal is that if you find an issue that bothers, if you don't have food to eat, if you don't have place to live, we cannot build a high house, but we will be able to guide you, send you to the right place, proper place, and that way you can do something. Don't suffer your own because this coronavirus, you cannot live without having a mask and without having your gloves on when you go out and even in the home. And whenever if you feel something, test it. And even if you, God forbid, if you get infected, don't get nervous. Take it easy. People are surviving. 300 out of 394,000 people, 360,000 in New York State alone went home with recovering from there. So that means only, as I mentioned to you before, 8%, 92 people cured and went home. Unfortunately, our community, this is high. It is high because we have not taken care of us. So my conclusion on this, that they should take care. If they need help, they should call you. And the number I said, 917-558-0966. So with that note, we come to the June 23rd election. This is an important issue. No, Shakat Bhai, because you already gave me the question, so I know the answer. So the question is, it is a good thing that in every election now on, our people from our community are showing interest than before. The unfortunate thing is that we have more candidates than we have more voter. Voter we have, but voter don't go and vote. This is the problem. Those who in the community are not trying to increase the voter participation, people coming out, taking their friend, family, wife, husband, sister, daughter, everybody to the polling center, then we are not making progress. So this year, Shakat Bhai, on June 23rd, we have 15 candidates in New York City, especially in Queens area. I am not going very far. There are more candidates. I'm talking about only June 23rd. So আপনারা শুনে দেখবেন যে আমাদের তো এই যে জর্জ চৌধুরী ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 34-এ, তারপরে আমাদের মাহফুজুল ইসলাম, এগুলি এসএমএসে 24-এ, তারপরে ধরেন আমাদের I think Mary Jubaida in District 37. These are assembly seats. Then we have other people, Momita Ahmed, 24 district leader General, Mahatab Khan. I'll give you the name. I am talking about South Asian. Ravi Shankar Khankun, Ali Najmi, Mohammed Karim Chaudhary, Jamila Uddin, Richard David, Jennifer Rajkumar, Mubashara Begum, Professor Taj Rajkumar, John Albert, Mary Jubaida, Mohammad Mujumdar, and Joy Chaudhary. So these are our candidates. Yes. 15 of them is running. We did not endorse all of this. We endorsed only 9 of them. Okay. So now, why did we choose among all these South Asian candidates only 9 people? The screening that we do, the way we look into the candidates, not only that he's very educated, he's a professor, not only that he's started working for the community, those who can mobilize people, those who can bring voter out. If you just bring and depend on Bangladeshi vote, or if I depend only on South Asian vote, I don't think it will be very difficult to win. So now, every election you run, you don't have to win, I understand that. But in order to come to the community, most of them must be able to define the issue. So we found that the remaining we did not endorse. Good thing is that some of them even did not know us. They did not come to us. They did not call us. Now, if you want to run an election in the city of New York and you are looking into the community that you want to represent and you are not finding out in the community whom you should talk before you announce, then I think it is a lack or it is a shortcomings that cannot be fulfilled in the ballot. It can only fulfill by doing those things, by going to them, by talking to them, by discussing why you are running, how you want to win. If you win, what will happen? So I'm not saying that they should not run. They ran, that's fine. They did not come to me, that's fine. ASAAL is not the only organization they should go, every organization. So the 9 I told you, I gave you the whole South Asian candidates. Then I think out of the 15, 9 is Bangladeshis. Of the Bangladeshis, we endorse 3. As I mentioned to you, Joy Chaudhary is one. He's a LaGuardia College student. He has done a lot of organizing over the last few years. If he wants to have a fundraising, he has South Asian people comes, he has Nepalese comes, Bhutanese comes, some Spanish comes. I think this is a progress. That progress has to be supported by organizations like us. And indeed we did. And then you know that Karim Chaudhary, who is the ASAAL National Secretary, he lives in Staten Island. He just became the only guy who is within New York City Democratic 5 borough has 5 county Democratic Committee. He became the executive of one of the county it is called Richmond County. Richmond County is Staten Island, in fact. That is what. So he became there. And then, of course, he is also chosen by the Democratic Party to be the judicial delegate, and nobody is running against him on that spot. Then Biden campaign choose him as the Biden delegate. That is where some contest will happen, because it is under Congressional District 11, where Max Rose is the congressman now. You know very well, 2 years ago, Max Rose, it was a Republican seat, and Donald Trump won only 1 county in New York State. There are 60 counties in New York State. He won only the county of Richmond, which is Staten Island. But in that county, we defeated the Republican guy, and we helped the Democratic guy to take that seat, Congressional District 11. So in that district, Karim is running as one of the delegates of 6 seats, and then there are Bernie Sanders, 6 people are running. I think another person there is also Bangladeshi, and she is with the Bernie slate. So we are expecting that Karim will win there too. This is, and then Shabila Uddin, you have heard, you have written an article on that. She is running for every assembly district, either has 2 female and 2 male state committee person. In some assembly district, it is 1 and 1. In our district 24, it is a very big district. It is, I think, part A and part B. So that is where my daughter is running as the, Jamila Uddin is running, as you know, she's my daughter. She's running as the state committee person. So nobody is running against her. So she also will be elected, as is what I know. And I think the candidates that we mentioned, Jennifer Rajkumar, Joy Chaudhary, John Albert, Professor Taj Rajkumar, Richard David, they can win or they will do very well. I think Rajkumar and John Albert, these are Indian. Rajkumar also, this is because they became South Asian. We built the coalition. He's originally from Guyana, but his forefathers 150 years ago came from India, so we co-opted him too with us. So that way. So this is the election. Now, this election is the primary. Once you win there, then I told you that any of these Bangladeshis, if they win for assembly seat, and if we did not endorse them, same night we are going to endorse them, and we'll work hard for them for November 3rd election. That is a given. Now, the November 3rd election is the most important election in our lifetime, because that is when we elect the next president of the United States for 4 years. Trump is running because he's an incumbent. Everybody knows how he dealt with the Muslim, how he dealt with the African American, how he's dealt with the immigration, how he's dealing with the minorities, how it's dealing with the even black African American, whatever is happening right now. I think we are in the midst of a movement after George Floyd was killed on May 25th, and that rally and demonstration and march is still going on. And that is very important for us to understand. We came in this country as immigrants. America is now our country. But unfortunately, all of us, the black, the Latino, the minorities, all the immigrants from worldwide, those who came, we are only 31%. The remaining 69% are white American who came to Europe and England, many Columbus time, all those things. I don't want to go to the history. They are now in power. They killed whenever possible. They looted whenever needed. The Red Indians, the original Indians. And that is why when they killed and they won in Boston, they started Thanksgiving Day, which we don't do. Most, people think that Thanksgiving is something to celebrate, which we don't think so. But anyway, apart from that, this election, the Black Lives Matter that you hear, I know our people always think differently. They think that if, unfortunately, black people get their right, it will hamper our right. I am differing with them because I strongly believe that whatever this black African American has achieved through the struggle of non-violence movement of Martin Luther King, if he would not have done that, we coming from Bangladesh could not have established ourselves the way we are doing, because with the African American they became tolerated about the minorities as much as they did, but definitely because they are the 69% of them are there, and they live in 64% of the land of the America. We are only in the big cities. We have not yet reached the rural area of America. So that is why you always see that in the big cities, a Democrat do very well and receive more votes and so on and so forth. And also, that is the reason why in a New York City, you can have all the benefits, whether you are legal, illegal, immigrant or non-immigrant, because it is the question of progressiveness and human issue. So that is why we strongly believe that that is the way to go. So in the Black Lives Matter that I mentioned to you, I know you never heard about the, what do you call that, they started recently, that 19th, Juneteenth. So the idea that becomes what happened, this is the slavery they got rid of in 1963, but never ever even the message went to them. Today something comes through the media, we know immediately, and we get that benefit. People are calling me, Mabbai, when New York State is going to pass the bill to have rent subsidy, because they know there is a bill already. It did not pass. It is going to come. As soon as it comes, we will put in our WhatsApp group so that everybody knows. So this election is the most important election. Now, the question is that, can Democrat win? We strongly believe, as of today, this George Floyd death, the movement that started, and now that Juneteenth and that also Tulsa issue came to our mind. Today, Trump has this rally there where they killed the black Americans, Wall Street. It was like that. It is so rich area of the black people at that time, 99 years ago. One day they came and burned it down. That is how they do. So we have to watch that. We cannot be in the wrong side of the history. As a Bangladeshi, as a South Asian, as a minority, we should be with the minority, because that way we become stronger and we can, prevent the mass killing camps, or those things can happen at any time, because these people you don't trust. So the idea now is the election is the only way to get rid of that guy if possible. So I strongly believe that Joe Biden is up in every poll from 8 to 15%. He was up the way it continues, the way it issues. Now, I just want to give you these statistics, then I will close this part about the election. Trump can lose. Democrat can get the Congress. Now they have House. I think they will get the Senate also. If that happens, he is already stopped. If that does not happen, we need the presidency. If in order to win the presidency, statistics is like this. I told you 31% minorities, 15% white of the 69% is always progressive. They generally vote the right guy. In this case, they will vote for Biden. So 15 plus 31 is 46%. But it's still 54% is out there. In general, white people, their rural area they live, they did not come out to vote. The way Trump does, even today, his event in Tulsa, he's showing to those his base that look, you guys killed them in 99 years ago, and I am now doing my event here, only a block away from that neighborhood. So I am with you. Do whatever you do. Just vote for me. I think that is the message, whether we understood it or not, but that is the underlying cause. So we strongly believe that if out of the 54, only 40% come to vote, and out of 46, 41% comes to vote, then we are winning. Very simple. Now, if they come 42% and we come only 41%, so we need all 46%. And then it to go up to 45%. But still we win that way. So it is very touchy. Yeah, if someone can say, yes, he's going to win, I don't think so. Because you have to watch until the election night. Now, the possibility of winning is there because it is always that the 31% has the more percentage votes, the 15%, they are very accurate. They call the prime voter, they are the repeated voter, they always vote. So this is the good part. But unfortunately, when 2016 election Hillary lost, 260,000 people from Philadelphia alone did not go and vote. In Michigan, she lost by 11,000 votes, but 600,000 African American and minorities did not go and vote. So that is the fair. I think if we do that, Joe Biden can win Pennsylvania, can win Michigan, can even win Florida. If these three states he wins, he is the president. So with that note, I wish the best of luck to all Bangladeshi and South Asian candidates on June 23rd. If they win primary, please call ASAAL. We will do the rest to push you all the way, anywhere you want to go. We are ASAAL. It is easy to find. If you don't find us, call any news media, any newspaper, they will tell you. Thank you very much on that.
মিজবা ভাই, যে বিষয়টা বললেন, আমরা জানি যে যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের মধ্যে সবচেয়ে বেশি
কথা একটু ডিস্টার্ব হচ্ছে ভাইজান, কথা শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
বাংলাদেশির বসবাস কিন্তু নিউ ইয়র্কে, অন্যান্য স্টেটে কংগ্রেসম্যান হয়েছেন এবং কাউন্সিলর নির্বাচিত হয়েছে, কিন্তু নিউ ইয়র্কে কেন সেটা সম্ভব হচ্ছে না?
এই আপনার কথা বোঝা যায় নাই, কিন্তু আমি প্রশ্ন বুঝছি আপনার প্রশ্নটা। আপনার কথাটা হচ্ছে যে স্টেটে আমাদের লোক খুব একটা নাই সেখানে হচ্ছে, আর এখানে আমাদের লোক এত বেশি, তারপরে এখানে এখন হইতে পারছে না। 51টা একটা বাংলাদেশি নাই, 150টা অ্যাসেম্বলি সিট একটা বাংলাদেশি নাই, 63টা সিনেট সিট একটা বাংলাদেশি নাই। কেমন? এটাই তো প্রশ্ন। আচ্ছা, না থাকার কারণটাই আমাদের ক্যান্ডিডেটরা বোঝা দরকার, কারণ আমাদের ক্যান্ডিডেট সেটাই বুঝছেন না। কিন্তু আউট অফ স্টেটে যারা হচ্ছেন তারা সেটা বুঝে ফেলছেন যে আমাকে ক্যান্ডিডেট হিসাবে হইতে হবে দি বেস্ট ওয়ান। I should be an example in the community. And they became an example. And then what they did, they went to the community where they live, to the blacks, to the Latinos, to the whites, to the Caucasians, to the Chinese, Korean, whoever in their community. By going there, they found, the voter found that there is a difference between the rest of the candidates and these Bangladeshi candidates. আমি এটা শুধু আপনাদের জন্য বলতেছি, মানে যারা শুনতেছেন যদি শুনে থাকেন সেজন্য বলতেছি। আমি বাংলাদেশ থেকে এসেছি এট এজ 29, 12 বছর, মানে 2 বছর লেখাপড়া করছি ইন্ডিয়ানা বল স্টেটে। নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি আমাকে এন্ডোর্স করছে, টু স্পন্সর করছে ইমিগ্রেশনে। তো আমি জয়েন করছি 1988-এ। By 2000 I became the president of a union. Now, ইউনিয়নের প্রেসিডেন্ট হয়ে দেখেন মানে কত সোজা। আর কি সোজা বলতে এটা বুঝাতে চাচ্ছি, গত 400 বছরে এশিয়ার কেউ প্রেসিডেন্ট হয় নাই, আমেরিকার একটা 18,000 ইউনিয়নের একটা ইউনিয়ন। তো আমি হওয়ার পরে আমাদের ওই যে রামান, who became president of 1182, he could not complete his 2 terms. They brought him into on charges, put him in trouble. Now he is spending his money in defending him. Why? Because this is the toughest thing to do in America, to get elected, whether it is in a labor movement or whether it is in a community or your district, for a community board, to the city council, to the state assembly, or to the senate. So when I became president of my local, it is only 2,500 members throughout the 5 boroughs. At that time, I had members in Chicago and California, because they are tax auditor, so they are collecting tax from there. So now, among all these 2,500 people, 3 are from Bangladesh and 37 from South Asia. So the rest is American. And in my local, even today, 25% are Jewish, 25% are black, 25% are Latino, and 25% from all over the world. So now, as I mentioned to you, most of my election I am unopposed, but if somebody want to run again in last 7 times, I always received over 80% of the vote. Now, why I gave my example? And then I decided 4 years later to run for the treasurer of District Council 37, where there is 61 local, 61 president, none looks like me, none of them. Because there is no other Bangladeshi or Indian there, South Asian there, nobody. I am the only one. But within 4 years, I ran for the treasurer. And at that time, membership was 125,000. And I defeated the Jewish American-born guy by 7,000 votes. Why? How? I have built the coalition. I went to the Jewish guy. I went to the black guy. I went to the Latino guy. I went to the other people, those who do not look like me, telling them, here is the agenda. If I am elected, this is what I am going to do. If you lose, give me your agenda. I will also implement that too. So this is the way, slowly, surely, you build the coalition. I am in my retirement age. I can retire. I could have retired 4 years ago, but they don't allow me to retire. They say, what are you going to do when you retire? Don't do, leave us. Do as much as you can, as long as you want to do. So the idea I am saying that, not that I am an example, but at least our people, those who are getting elected in Pennsylvania, Ben Salem, in Pennsylvania, Abu Dhabi, in New York State, in Hudson, but they can get elected here the same reason. Hudson, there are only 3 Bangladeshis. I went 20 years ago. Today there are 200 Bangladeshis. Still they don't have enough vote to win. But they are winning. There are 3 people now sits in Hudson County City Council. And I think they call other thing to other position. Why? Because they win, they're building the coalition. So those who are running in the city of New York, I told you, except Kareem and Jamila and who else? I don't know whether anybody else will win, but if they win here with them, I told you. But if they lose, they should learn. What they should learn? That when they call us to come to their event, I want to see their black is standing, Jews are standing, Latinos are standing, and I am in between. Then only then they will win. Even now in our this 24 city council district, next year it is open because it is term out. The guy will be out. He is a new city council member. Not only here. In New York City, out of 51 city council, 38 city council will be open. New slates. Anybody can win there. So we can have our 38 city council member next time from Bangladesh and India and South Asian. I think we can. But we will not have. The reason only because of the same. You cannot win by Bangladeshi vote or even South Asian vote. You have to have coalition building. Shagam bhai, you go to our convention. I think you see they are more less Bangladeshi than the other countries' people. Is not it? When you go to ASAAL convention, I think if 1,000 people comes, 700 is from all over the world, only 300 is from our country, and they also go in and out. They don't know what they are the one who last there less time. They don't want to sit there. They went there, they showed me the face, and they came back. But these American people, the black people, Latino people, we have built coalition of black trade unionists, CBTU, NAACP, LACLA, CLU. They are the organization. They are the one who is making the difference. There are over 200 labor unions. If none of these candidates get one of those endorsements, I don't think they will ever win. Without the labor union, very few people, of course, Alexandria won. I know if you think you are Alexandria, then God bless you, and I am going to follow you. You are not. So this is where the issue. There has to be realization. I love our people. I want to help them. People ask me why you are not running. I'm not going to run. I'm going to help you run. And God willing, in 2021, the city council opening that I mentioned to you, we are looking and we are still working on candidates throughout 5 boroughs. We will not go crazy. We will not put 38 people. We will put few people and we will want to win them. This is one. Another thing is redistrict. Right now, census is going on. Everybody who has not respond to the census, please, Bangladeshi people, Indian, South Asian, everybody, please respond to your census. Go to census.gov and you go and you fill out. Why? Because without the census, you will never be also elected. After the census, there will be redistricting. And in that redistricting, last 10 years ago, we played an important role. And we testified in all 5 boroughs. That is why today there is 6 city council districts where South Asian are more than 20% in those 6 districts. I strongly believe if the community, those who are 15 candidates now, there can be 200 candidates, fine. But I want you to help me. You don't have to come to me. Go to the redistricting hearing and say you want a district where all Bangladeshis and South Asian or all brown color people are. And they have to give you a district because you are asking for that district. Because without the representation of the people that lives in the district, it is a suicide. And that suicide is the victim we are becoming. We don't have any representative. Representative is from other community. So, God willing, in 2021, before the election began, there will be hearing in all 5 boroughs. We will be there. ASAAL will be there. We want you to be there so that we can get district for you. For you means those who are the candidates today and tomorrow. Well, I am not. I will not run because I have done my part. I'm going to continue to do what I do the best, bringing you to run. And that is what my help is open. It is free. You should contact. You should come, you should tell. Let me tell you, I know you became an expert by running, but the advice I will give you, it will be unparalleled because I know how it works, because I have been doing the election. Look, I deal with more people than the congressional delegate candidates who deal, because I have 150,000 members, 60,000 retirees, 210,000, and each of the family has 4 people. So I deal with over 1 million people out of 8 million, 8.6 million of New York City. At least 1.5 million people knows my name because they are related to DC-37. So with that note, I think the election part is in our hand. In order, you don't have to say next time, the Mumbai, why we don't have our own city council member? Other city has because they have qualified themselves. They made the coalition with the other group. Look, Sheikh Rahman, nobody ran against him this year. In Georgia, it is a red state. Sheikh Rahman, when he ran, we went using our own money. You went too at one time with us, is not it, Sheikh Bhai? So we went there. We campaigned for him. We gave him advice. Now he is our advisor. After we gave him the advice, so he got elected. Now his re-election, nobody ran against him. Even on November 3rd, he does not have any Republican opponent. Because you become a giant, everybody will be scared of you to challenge you because you are doing the right thing. Once you do the right thing by the people, people are with you. You become the leader that you wanted to be, and you will be there as long as you want. And I am there as president 20 years, coming in this country at age 29. I think I have done very well, so follow me. Thank you very much.
ওকে মেজর, অনেক ধন্যবাদ আমাকে সময় দেওয়ার জন্য।
জি জি, তো দর্শক শ্রোতা মন্ডলীকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ শোনার জন্য। যারা এখন শুনছেন ভালো কথা, যারা শুনেন নাই বাকিদেরকে শুনতে বলবেন, কারণ এখান থেকেই আমাদের শিখার বিষয়। আর আমাদের রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন আসতেই হবে, আমরা রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতেই হবে। উই আর দি বেস্ট লিডার আমেরিকা নিডস। উই মিনস আই এম টকিং বাংলাদেশি পিপল ক্যান বি দি লিডার। There will be no leader like us because we do this back home from our birth. And that is all I want you to transform into American politics. Don't do Bangladesh politics here. You cannot go anywhere. Do American politics. Go to the community board. Go to the school board. Be there. If you want to be on any board, call us. Tell us. We are going to push you there. God bless you. Thank you.
অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ মেজর ভাই। প্রিয় দর্শক, আজ আমরা এখানে শেষ করব। আপনারা ভালো থাকুন, সুস্থ থাকুন।